Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first ever English podcast. Yeah, and you don't even like podcasts,
No, I hate
right?
them,
Anyway,
but I'm in it.
yeah. But we thought we'd have a think about melancholy, which is a bit odd. And I've put here, what is it?
What is it?
Yeah, for you.
Is it the same as sadness? Do you think
Have
it
I
means
pressed
anything
record?
different?
I have. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Does it mean anything different to sadness?
Sadness.
It's just a posh word for sadness, really,
Sad.
isn't it?
Yeah. I always think of it as the kind of wilting lettuce of. Just sad in a beautiful way.
Yeah, and sad in a general sense.
Yeah,
like you're not sad about something in particular.
Yeah.
Just like a tragically beautiful.
Tragically beautiful. That's what it is. Yes.
Gloom.
So I will just press on to the next slide. Oh, I thought, you can't see them very well. I put it up here, maybe you can.
Okay.
I just thought we'd have a look at a few sides from Kenneth Branagh.
I'm just going to get rid of your drawings from your life.
Thank you. Kenneth Branagh did it virtually entirely as melancholy, and it was not in any way funny. Oh, don't forget. Not in any way funny.
It was my first experience of the play.
Me too. Very dull.
Was to watch that movie, and I hated it.
Yeah.
I thought it was so tedious.
Yes.
I wonder if I'd like it more now.
Yes, and you could. There he is, wallowing in being a lovesick aristocrat, and it is. I mean, there's no studio audience laughing at him doing that. On top of it.
And Tim Carroll's Orsino is quite melancholic, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't allow us to laugh at it.
Not like the Emma Rice one where he's got the medallion and the there he is again. That's the same scene.
Man.
Oh, I don't know. But he's definitely suffering his love there. Oh, can you see that at all?
A little bit. Who is it? Olivia?
No, it's Viola arriving in the shipwreck and absolutely aghast and traumatised at what she's been through. Whereas a lot of Violas are just like playful and game.
And there's one of the articles on gender talks about how Sebastian is more miserable about it than she is.
No, it is. Yeah. Thanks.
There's gonna be like 6 of those moments.
Yes, there is.
Like the idea that Sebastian expresses more detailed, lengthy grief over losing a sister than she does, and she's more practical and businesslike about it.
Yes.
But maybe that's a kind of gender comment because he can luxuriate in it. She's got to.
Maybe.
She's got to like look after herself and make things happen, and so she has to like bury her grief and it comes out more later.
I feel that it's backgrounded by Shakespeare, the grief, and foregrounded by this production.
Which production? Tim?
Branagh.
Branagh.
Yeah.
Well, also then you've got Emma Rice, where you can see she basically shows you that Sebastian rolls away.
Right.
So you know, she does that like chaotic opening where there's like blurring of the first couple of scenes, and you know Sebastian's made it, so you never feel sad.
Yes. Let's just move on to the next slide. It's more her being sad. And it is often not a melancholy. She's actually crying there, but I couldn't get the tears. It's often played as a special, spiritual, mystical moment, but.
That's the other thing I'd say about Viola's sadness is, I think when you watch Tim Carroll, what you're getting is so much of Johnny Flynn's performance of being a girl under Cesario that like none of the emotion ever feels sincere. I never feel sad for Johnny Flynn's Viola because I
think the Whiteface does it as well. They've got
the makeup,
on.
the wigs, his like version of femininity feels like such a performance that you never feel like any real emotion.
Yeah, well, I feel Branagh in this production thought he was doing Hamlet or something. I think he's in the wrong. He's a bright guy. He must have deliberately decided to do Twelfth Night as a melancholy play.
The word melancholy does seem to crop up in a lot of the criticism. But is it more like what the Victorians thought of it, or?
I've got a few quotes of melancholy coming up.
Nice.
Guess who that is? That is Feste.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he sings in a minor key and very sad.
Well, I find Tim Carroll's Feste quite sad and mournful compared to other versions.
Yes, I love the Gold Lame Feste.
Yeah.
Although he's
the
very
jubilant sort of.
Yeah.
Because like this, I think
he's never silly though, Feste, is he? He's always on top of.
No, he's not like dancing around jingling his bells. It's not that version of a jester.
No. And there's her really suffering while he sings Come Away. Anyway, that whole thing is done in dark blue, the whole play. It's all done, it's filmed, it's not a
Yeah.
theatre. There's no audience to guide you.
Moody.
I'm sure the AQA read it, watched it, sorry,
Yeah.
and that's whoever
And so
it is.
we are conscious that the word melancholy has yet to appear in a section B question.
Yeah.
And
So here's what they said about that meeting
Sina
that
and
we just
Viola
wrote
at 2 scene
about.
4.
Yeah, she's reported back. Perceptive students could see how the very thing that causes the audience amusement, Viola's disguise, could also be the wellspring of pain for the character. One particularly thoughtful response argued that the passage was centered around the idea that comedy and melancholy were never far apart.
And we think that's
I think
Ruby.
no, that's
oh,
not
no,
the
that's a
Ruby
different
one.
bit. That's a different bit.
It's just, yeah, so they do like people to write about
Yeah.
the pleasure and the pain.
But also that is a special quality of comedy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That, like, to be able to watch her suffering and not be that invested in it,
Yes.
to be like laughing at it.
Yeah, it's like watching Tom in Tom and Jerry suffering.
The Dr. M.S. Smith article is quite good, and it talks about like anesthesia of the heart and like it quotes Charlie Chaplin, like the difference between tragedy and comedy is distance and nearness. That they're quite good ideas. For it.
From the music question mark scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Feste.
Yeah, but then I think that's like a slight misinterpretation of like the rain it rain of every day. I find that song slightly more optimistic.
What, that you can
like bad things happen, but there's a way out, or there's you can survive.
We can imagine improvements.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the other two songs. I think.
Oh, they seem like sad love songs, I suppose.
So this is what they've put: the melancholy dialogue of Malvolio, the Patience on a Monument, that thing. The melancholy, mood-breaking first song of Feste about "Come and Kiss Me, Sweet" and 20 youths the stuff will not endure. The pain of Viola's love, the misery rather than joy it inflicts. I mean, I struggle with it because you always know it's going to work out somehow.
Yeah.
You never think it's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
The growing sense of Viola's suffering. Wrong genre for me.
Yeah, like how much is she really suffering there?
And however much it is, there's a happy ending round the corner.
Well, is the evidence of her suffering though that like she's trying too hard? Like she's almost given the game away.
Yeah.
So like, is that meant to show us that it's becoming unbearable?
Oh, and that actress in the Branagh one just does crying. How difficult it all is.
Because you could argue in that passage, definitely, you could argue that Viola's just being more canny, that she's trying to like. There's a more cynical version where she's like trying to get him off Olivia.
Yeah.
If not for herself, then just to like save him from disappointment. And it doesn't have to be her misery and her suffering.
Absolutely. Oh, I'll move on to the next one. Side 11 of 12. The music, you can argue it's a melancholy note to end the play on, contrasting the weather. We're back on Wild.
Yeah, I just think that's a bit of a sort of negative way of arguing it.
Yeah. And they're calling them
yeah. We don't want that, do we?
No, we don't. And finally, what's the difference between melancholy and really I thought Schadenfreude?
So let's say now that we've talked about it, melancholy almost implies like an element of enjoying or indulging the sadness.
Yeah.
Like, so Orsino wallowing in melancholy is different from Andrew suffering a rejection in Act 5, Scene 1.
And enjoying Malvolio being tricked.
Yeah, Malvolio doesn't understand he's being tricked, so there's no chance for him to like enjoy wallowing in it.
Yeah, or else.
Except maybe when he's imprisoned, like, does he wallow a bit in?
But do you think that Schadenfreude is like laughing at?
Yeah.
You laugh at their misfortune.
Yeah, if we think something's melancholic, we wouldn't laugh at it. We feel
the sadness of it.
But maybe like an admiration or an awe at the sort of
the beauty of it. Whereas Schadenfreude, you're laughing at them. Yeah. Certainly, though, there is an awful lot of pain, suffering in comedies, isn't there, that you do laugh at. Yeah. And this is do we think there'll be a question?
It feels likely. And maybe like a significance one. Do you not?
it's too hard, isn't it?
Yeah, but I would have said that about songs and music, or second person.
I certainly could come into a few answers of different ways
But
of doing it.
so they've already asked about the songs and music last year, so they're not going to ask whether the songs are melancholy.
No.
But maybe they might pick maybe it could be part of a feste question or an Orsino question.
Yeah.
Or like linked to love.
Yeah.
They did have disguise causes more suffering than happiness at one point, did they?
Yeah, so they're hard to bring it over to melancholy. But sadness and pain, definitely.
Maybe it's just more of a clever angle on a passage. Maybe that's what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, okay, thank you very much. That's the end of the very first ever Stop